Good morning. This is Myra Eileen on the Buying Space channel. I don't know why. Every time I go live, when it says live, I get that woo, kind of rush. Like, oh, I'm live. I am live and I do unboxings on my channel and Bible readings and slice of life stuff. And today I'm going to do a live and enveloping. Now, this envelope comes from Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller. And yesterday was Johnny's birthday. And we did not have bingo. And every Monday at 4:30, bingo starts on New England Cajun Roots Reseller. And the hosts are Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller and Mark from Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale. But this next Monday, which I believe is the 23rd, and the Monday after that, the 30th, is the quarterly renumbering. So when you play bingo at Johnny's and with co-host Mark, you pick 5 numbers to play bingo, and it's free. It's absolutely free. The prizes are free. The shipping is free. Everything is free if you're in the continental United States. If you're outside the continental United States, you can choose to pay the postage on the items you win, but the item's still free. Or you can donate it to someone in the chat, or you can donate it back. And when you donate something back, you get a shout out when somebody wins. So anyway, the next 2 Mondays are the Mondays we have every 3 months that you can repick numbers. Or if you're new, you can come in the chat and put in new numbers. These 2 Mondays every 3 months are the only Mondays there's no bingo, except for like this past week or yesterday was Johnny's birthday. We didn't have bingo on Johnny's birthday. So, but he's had bingo at Thanksgiving and Christmas, I do believe. So bingo usually goes on Monday night, regardless of what's going on, unless we're in this 3-month cycle where people can choose new numbers. So if you're new to bingo, this is a good time to start. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. Now what I do is I donate to bingo. So some of the prizes you might win when you go in to play bingo might be from me. So what I did was I'll go to an auction, and Johnny will be in the auction, and I will place a bid for usually a lot of items. And by lot, I mean like he's got bracelets and there are 5 bracelets, okay? So occasionally there are some of those things in that lot that I like or want for some reason. So this is the first time I've said to Johnny, okay, I want that lot for bingo donations, but out of this lot, I want this item, and out of the other lot, I want this item. So these are the 2 items, whoops, shouldn't have given that away, that I requested back from the lots I bought for bingo. Let me get this little bit over here. So here's, and I normally don't do this, so these must be very special. Oh, he sent me a moon pie. Awesome. This is a blueberry moon pie. And that's one of the things you can win at bingo. You can win a box of moon pies. Let me see who's in here. Good morning, Misty and Stephanie. Oh, not Stephanie, Terry. Terry is Uniques by the Creek. I saw the uni at the beginning. I'm like, oh, that's Stephanie, but that's Terry. And Terry, we got your tie-dye shirts, and we are loving them. And Ruby, good morning, Rudy. I'm sorry, Rudy. Welcome in, welcome in. I watched some of Rudy's videos. So, and Misty at Skeeter Jones. I might do an unboxing for Misty or an enveloping for Misty tomorrow. So we got a thank you sticker here from Johnny. Let me open this. I'm kind of excited. What I'll do in my community post later today is I will post the items I donated you that you can win at bingo from these two lots. And for those of you that know my family, know that I have a forever child, an adult child with autism. And my adult child with autism plays Magic the Gathering, but they also, and they're learning to play the ukulele, but they also like owls and dolphins. So let me get into this. Okay. Oh, there's a second. Is that a second item? Yeah. All right. So in the lot of bracelets, there was this item, and that has a little owl charm on it. So it's a turquoise bracelet with a little owl. The other remainder of the lot was donated to bingo. And I'll try to get pictures up, like I said, so you all can see the other bracelets. But when these starts back in July, the items I bought for donation should start showing up in the bags. So here we have and this is a pin or a brooch. Wow, look at those red eyes. But the other items were, besides the brooch, wait a minute, was it? I'll have to go back and look whether they're brooches or necklaces. I think they were necklaces, but that's a brooch. So I'm going to go back and see the other items I donated. Let's see. And he sent an invoice, professional invoice. He does this with every order. And he just puts his email address on here and his website for oh, okay, this says bigcartel.com. So that's not his YouTube address. But there's his Gmail address. And here's my address, which I don't mind showing because it's on my About page. And come to think of it, his address on here is also a post office box, which is his address for fan mail. So cool. See. Oh, okay. It says right here with this wonderful description on this invoice, lot of Avon items, necklace or brooch. So some of the items in this lot were necklaces, some were brooches. Donate all to bingo and mail you the owl brooch. And then, so he wrote and on his invoice software, he writes the notes for the order. So I get a copy of this. I know exactly what auction it came from. I know exactly what it was. This was on Friday the 13th that I ordered this. And then mixed lot of 7 stone beaded bracelets. And so all to go to bingo and mail you the owl charm bracelet. So that was like copied and pasted right from the email that I sent him too. Sometimes I'll send him pictures. Like if I go to an auction and I see something I want, but I'm not sure, if I want to buy it. And also I'm there to support the sellers. So sometimes if something doesn't sell, I'll go back and I'll get the item by email, and sometimes I screenshot it. Because, like, if a person's bringing 500 bracelets and they haven't numbered their items, oh, what am I doing? Moon pie, blueberry moon pie. I can't resist it, and I don't have anything to drink. Oh my gosh, I guess I am gonna have to wait. So I'm gonna go ahead and hide. Let me see who else is in here. T-Man? Is the T-Man in here? It could be. I don't know. And is Han? Good to meet you all. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you come back and some more. I'm sitting here tempted to eat this moon pie, but I'm going to go ahead and put this owl and this bracelet up for right now. Whoops. Little owl charm on the bracelet. Oh, well, I don't know if I am or not. Okay. There we go. Now it'll close. Oh, I forgot to bring those things to auction last night. I have a couple numbered things in here that I meant to bring it to auction yesterday. I was on the East Coast Resellers membership auction yesterday, and I had a joke go wrong. You ever have a joke go wrong? So I started telling this joke, and maybe they didn't realize it was a joke. So they interrupted me because they're like, why is she talking about this personal stuff? So anyway, I start off by saying that all this auction stuff, me selling, has made me want to have a husband again. I want to get married. So I don't know who it was. I don't know if I changed my train of thought or something else happened or somebody came in for saying hello to them, but I didn't finish the joke because it was a joke, right? So anyway, I didn't tell the punchline, and everybody just thought I was serious because we moved on. So, oh, Myra's looking for a husband. Well, anyway. So later, I went into another live chat, and I wasn't on the panel in this chat. And I said, did you hear that I was looking for a husband when I was selling? And the host says, oh, yeah, I heard that. And her husband's like, oh, yeah, I heard that. And so what else was I put? I put something else in between because I just wanted to verify that they heard that was a thing. And so before I could tell the punchline, one of the other people in the chat says, oh, Myra said something about me and Tooch Man, but called him Toochie. And I'm like, I was just in shock. And the people, the lady who is the hostess and her husband laughed. And another person and her started talking about that we both like blue glass and this and that. And I'm just like thinking, no, because, Tooch Man's married and I'm, and the whole thing was a joke. But anyway, the punchline was I was looking for a new husband because I want a shipping department. So after I had paused, because these people in this chat were talking about me and this married man who's, how, we're compatible, but we're friends, and he's married, and that's totally no go with me. But, and probably him, he's Catholic. So anyway, so then I put in, I want a shipping department. And the thing was, they didn't associate me wanting a shipping department with why I was saying I want to get married. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, we want shipping departments too. So the whole joke was that I was looking for a husband because I want a shipping department. Because I'm a little envious of all these female resellers that have husbands that handle, running the errands and going to the post office and, all that good stuff. And it went horribly wrong. Yes, yes. And, and I hesitated for like 2 to 3 years before I ever went live because, once you say something, once something's out there, it's out there, and now there's this chat room that's associated my looking for a husband with a specific person who's married. And I'm not. He's a good friend. He's a real reseller friends where I guess, like, Misty, you and I were associates. You call it acquaintances because that's the way I look at YouTube relationships. I'm not going to say it's not real. We have a lot we relate on, but, I had someone in my house yesterday that can bring me a cup of sugar, kind of thing that we're interacting in the same physical community. And it's much harder to be friends on YouTube than it is, and I don't really want to use the word real life because YouTube is real life and we care about each other. We form bonds, but it's still just, it can't be as, well, I guess it can be impactful as much as a friendship in the community. I don't know. What do you all think about that? Do you feel your YouTube friends are just as impactful and important in your life as the friends that can come knock on your door every day? I had one lady told me, she's like, when I was grieving, she said, I would have been there if I could have been. But the thing is, she can't be because she lives in another state. So, it's not, and we all have our own obligations and on and on. So it's not the same as having a friend that can knock on your door and bring you a cup of sugar or a casserole if you're Methodist, or fried chicken if you're Baptist. You know what I mean. My father loved fried chicken. Yes, not, because occasionally I need a hug. It's like, and you can give me a virtual hug, but some days I need a real hug. And yesterday, for half a minute, I was sulking because I didn't sell anything on my sale. And then I woke up this morning, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Iran is closing up the Persian Gulf. There's this landmass that comes out like 3/4 across between the Gulf of the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. And Iran's on one side and Oman's on the other. And they've been threatening this for a while, but since the clashes on both sides with Israel have intensified, they have announced that they're going to close that strait either, they said tomorrow, and that they're like 7 to 9 hours ahead of us. Israel is 7 hours ahead of us. So this will happen probably, late evening today or early morning tomorrow. And what it's going to do is it's going to triple the price of the barrels of oil. I'm shipping everything out today that I can possibly ship that I have orders on. And I'm going to fill up my car with gas. I texted my brother. I said, fill your car up with gas. mail out any packages you have to mail out. Of course, my brother doesn't mail out packages all that much. I mean, once in a blue moon, him and his wife might do that to some people up north, but on a weekly, they don't. It's like maybe every 3 months something might be mailed. But anyway, the it's going to cripple our economy and shut things down. And just expect it. I think it's going to be worse than, I don't know if any of you were alive in the 70s. I was, and but I was a child. So the impact it had on me as a child was not as great as, a lot of people. My father was a mailman, and he had to go do his job. And so he would go do his job, and then he would pick up groceries to save money. Yes, Iran has a right to defend itself, and so does Israel. And it's a big quandary. I'm not going to go into, a lot of times in my Bible readings, I go into, what the Bible says about it. Right now, I think the most significant verses to read are Amos 9 through 11, and as far as being prophetic. But Iran sponsored the terrorist groups that attacked Israel and continue to attack Israel, and Israel has a right to exist too. So, it's just like people are complaining. It was night before last, Israel attacked Yemen, and they attacked Gaza, and they attacked Iran, and took out their nuclear sites they knew about. And it's like they're defending themselves too. Because, if you know Mr. Jones, if you know anything about Iran, you know that in Tehran, and they'll stand on the streets on Friday night and say, "Death to Israel, death to America." And this has been going on for over a decade now. This is Friday night fun, I guess. And so the intentions combined with October the 7th, and I don't know, wars back to before 70 AD. The Amalekites, the Nephilim spirits in Gaza, on and on. It's clear that the countries surrounding Israel want to destroy it. So Israel has a right to exist, and so does Iran. But what I would say to somebody that's going to come in and defend Iran and say they have the right to exist, well, if you pursued the annihilation of another country, you've declared war, and what is the result to that? The other party, the other country, the other group of people, the other family, whatever level of conflict it is, they're going to defend themselves too. Yeah. And, when I was a child, later as I grew up, I saw videos of that. But today, actually, I'm going to go ahead and cut this short because I've got to get ready to go out the door. I've got to get my packages and the rest of my mail, and I got to get to the gas station today. And I really recommend that to my friends, that you go ahead and do that. I emailed somebody that's supposed to send me a large shipment. I'm like, could you invoice me out today and charge me shipping and everything, and just get it in the mail as soon as you can? Because, I didn't tell them why. I just said, I needed the stuff, and I do. I need the stuff earlier. And I said 3 times in email, I want my Fenton. I do. I want my Fenton. And I don't want to pay triple the postage to get my Fenton. And also, if people aren't able to gasoline and able to afford the gasoline, they have to raise prices on postage too. And if the, how do I say this? If the prices get so high and people stop mailing packages and we all turn to local sales and Facebook Marketplace and stop using delivery services, those delivery services are in danger of shutting down, because if they get a volume so low that, then the cost of the expenses increases per item too, if that makes sense to any of you. So things might get really dicey here soon with transportation and delivery services. I mean, Amazon, it's going to be interesting to see how they compensate, because that Prime membership fee is not going to cover the cost of all that free postage if, when, no, not if, but when the gasoline prices triple. Because Trump is not going to be able to sit back and do nothing. At this point, his hands are tied. He will have to enter the conflict. He'll have to defend our military bases in the Middle East. And those have been threatened as well. But they have announced they are going to close off the Persian Gulf. And they didn't say it like it was conditional. It didn't say, like, if you stop doing this, we won't do this. No, they stated it, we are doing this. This is part of our revenge, and it's going to cripple the economy of Europe and all of the Americas, North, South, and Central. So, although it will give Panama more business, but still with that delay through Panama, I mean, if oil can't come out of the Persian Gulf, whether it can go through Panama or not is kind of a moot point, because the ships can't get out of the Persian Gulf. So that's where we stand right now. And sorry to bring you all this bad news, but, I ignore national news to a point, but when it gets to this level, that it's going to be this impactful on our daily lives, especially the people that I know that resell, I think it needs to be said. But, do your own homework, do your own research, look at whatever news sources you have. But today, out of the abundance of caution, I'm filling up my gas tank. I'm asking everybody else that I know to fill up their gas tanks, and I'm mailing out everything I can mail out. And that's just what we're doing around here. Everybody has free will to make their own choices. But if you listen to me at all, I mean, it's not a bad idea anyway, because the prices definitely could go up if they're going to, but they could triple. Yeah, absolutely could triple too. So I pray for you all. And good morning, Roll Call Cabin. Well, all these people are coming in now. A for apple, B for banana, C for cantaloupe. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Shepherd. Okay. Well, glad you know your alphabet. I want to say, first of all, Roll Call Cabin has this wonderful property that he's built on his a cabin on it with a chainsaw in his own two hands. Auntie, Mr. Shepherd. The thing is, Mr. Shepherd, there's only 4 people. Wait a minute, is it just 4? 4 people can call me Auntie. But, if you like to do that term of endearment, is it a bubblegum peg? Come back tomorrow, talk to me some more. Maybe I'll figure out where you're coming from. Okay? And there's so many tangents that could be from. I just don't even want to guess at where you're coming from. So you all have a wonderful and blessed day. And please fill up your gas tanks. Please mail out the packages you can mail out today. God bless you.